Did you know that after the age of 60, the body can lose muscle mass up to 3 times faster than in earlier stages of life? Many people believe this loss is inevitable, but the truth is that muscle can be recovered at any age if it receives the right stimulus. I'm Dr. Sinclair, and today I want to explain what really happens to the muscles after 60, why they lose strength and volume, and which specific strategies can help you rebuild them safely and effectively. After 60, the body goes through a process called sarcopenia, which is the progressive decrease in muscle mass and strength. It is not a disease, but a natural change in the body. However, this process accelerates because muscle fibers take longer to repair themselves. The body uses protein less efficiently, and certain hormones that support strength, such as testosterone, growth hormone, and IGF-1, begin to decline. This causes the body to feel more effort even during simple activities like walking or standing up from a chair. The important thing is to understand that muscle loss is not permanent. Muscle keeps its ability to grow and strengthen even in advanced age. Scientific studies show that people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s can gain muscle mass with proper training. The body is designed to adapt as long as it receives the right signals. This is one of the best pieces of news for health after 60. It is never too late to regain strength. I remember Ernesto, 68 years old. He came to my consultation because he felt tired when walking and said his legs were not the same anymore. He believed it was only aging, but after evaluating his case, we discovered that he had spent years without challenging his muscles. No stimulus, no repair, no growth. After starting a simple routine, standing up from a chair repeatedly, walking with intention, using elastic bands, and increasing protein, his body responded quickly. In only a few weeks, he regained stability, firmness, and energy. This improvement was not a miracle. It was biology. The recovery of muscle mass after 60 depends on several pillars. The first pillar is resistance exercise. The muscle needs to know that it must get stronger. This can be achieved with simple exercises such as assisted squats, heel raises, climbing small steps, walking with light weights in the hands, squeezing an elastic band, or performing controlled movements while leaning on a wall. This is not about lifting heavy weight, but about sending a constant signal. These muscles are being used. Bodyweight exercises are also very effective, such as standing up and sitting down repeatedly from a chair, leaning on a table to perform gentle torso inclinations, or placing the hands on a wall to do a soft version of push-ups. For those who can use light weights, small dumbbells, 1 or 2 kilos, help strengthen arms, shoulders, and back without risk. Elastic bands are especially recommended because they allow intensity adjustments without impact. Movements like opening the arms to the sides, extending them forward, or lifting the band overhead strengthen the arms, shoulders, chest, and back. They are safe, practical, and can even be done sitting down. It is also helpful to include exercises that work on balance and stability. These movements strengthen deep muscles that support posture, protect the spine, and reduce the risk of falls. Activities such as standing on one foot while holding onto a chair, walking in a straight line, placing one foot in front of the other, or performing slow and controlled torso rotations improve coordination and stability. Mobility exercises are useful as well, such as gently lifting the knees alternately, moving the ankles in circles, stretching the spine softly, and performing side bends. These movements keep the joints flexible, improve circulation, and prepare the muscles for strengthening without excessive tension. Slow, controlled movements performed for just a few minutes a day can make a noticeable difference. The goal is not exhaustion, but activation, helping the muscles recover strength, firmness, and function. The second pillar is protein-rich nutrition. After 60, The body needs a higher amount of protein each day, distributed across all meals. It is not enough to eat well once. The muscle needs a constant supply. Eggs, natural yogurt, legumes, lean meat, chicken, fish, fresh cheese, tofu, nuts, and seeds are excellent sources. Proper protein intake improves recovery, increases strength, and protects against daily muscle wear. To make it practical, think about everyday meals. A breakfast with natural yogurt and a small handful of almonds. A 2-egg omelet with spinach. A lunch with a portion of chicken and sautéed vegetables. A serving of baked fish with lemon and olive oil. A plate of lentils with carrot and onion. Or a piece of fresh cheese with a whole fruit. Even simple options like a can of tuna mixed with tomato and a drizzle of olive oil can provide quality protein without complicated preparation. Snacks can also be nutritious. A handful of nuts, a natural unsweetened yogurt, a slice of whole grain toast with lean cheese, or a glass of low-fat milk blended with a spoonful of oats. These options help maintain a constant flow of nutrients that support muscle growth and recovery throughout the day. But protein does not work alone. Vitamins and minerals such as vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, and omega-3s help the muscle contract correctly, reduce inflammation, and support communication between nerves and muscle fibers. Including foods like salmon, sardines, chia seeds, broccoli, fortified yogurt, spinach, oats, and nuts provides additional support for strength and general health. The third pillar is hydration. The muscle contains a large amount of water, and when this level decreases, the muscle becomes stiffer, responds with less efficiency, and recovers more slowly. Adequate hydration improves real movement strength, reduces fatigue, and increases the ability to perform physical activity without discomfort. Hydration is much more important than most people think. Every muscle fiber needs water to contract precisely, to receive oxygen, and to eliminate waste products generated during movement. When water is lacking, these fibers become tense, lose flexibility, and their ability to function decreases. This makes simple actions, like climbing a step, getting up from a chair, or walking a few blocks, feel heavier than usual. Sometimes what feels like muscle tightness is actually mild dehydration. Hydration also influences endurance and rhythm during exercise. A well-hydrated muscle receives nerve signals more effectively and responds faster. This helps reduce the risk of cramps, tremors, or sudden weakness. When the body is dehydrated, the heart works harder to send blood to the muscles, the lungs use more energy to oxygenate the body, and the muscles lose part of their ability to sustain repeated movements. Another essential aspect is recovery. After any effort, even a mild one, the muscle needs water to repair itself. Without enough hydration, recovery slows down and energy remains low. Drinking water regularly helps the muscle return to its optimal state more quickly. Good hydration also improves circulation, which allows essential nutrients such as protein, amino acids, minerals, and vitamins to reach the muscle efficiently. Without enough water, this transportation becomes slower and less effective. For older adults, hydration is even more critical because the sensation of thirst may appear late or not appear at all. Drinking water on a schedule, small sips every 1 or 2 hours, helps the muscle function with firmness and maintain its volume and strength. The fourth pillar is rest. Muscle fibers rebuild during sleep. When a person sleeps less than needed, the body produces more cortisol, a catabolic hormone, and reduces the production of repair hormones. This makes it harder to regain strength. Sleeping between 7 and 8 hours allows the muscle to repair properly. Rest is as important as exercise and nutrition. During deep sleep, the body activates repair processes that do not occur while awake. The fibers damaged during the day begin to rebuild, new proteins are generated, and the balance of minerals needed for proper contractions is restored. It is as if during the night, An internal team works to restore every tissue. When rest is insufficient, that team cannot complete its task. The muscle remains partially repaired, energy drops, and fatigue appears more quickly the next day. Lack of sleep also affects coordination and balance, increasing the risk of falls. Sleep also regulates appetite, so sleeping too little increases hunger and makes it harder to follow a healthy diet that preserves muscle mass. Finally, recovering muscle mass does not mean achieving a large or bulky body, but a functional one. Being able to walk confidently, avoid falls, stand up without effort, open a jar, carry groceries, or remain standing without fatigue. Every gram of muscle recovered improves posture, reduces pain, strengthens bones, and protects heart health. Muscle mass is one of the most important indicators of longevity and quality of life. And with that, you now understand why muscle loss happens after 60. If you made it this far, write in the comments, "I choose to regain my strength." So I know you stayed with me until the end, because health, that always comes first.